Alright, hey, I'm just checking in because I'm celebrating. It is a year of me being on booktube, so I'm gonna go ahead and crack a beer. Because it's a milestone. And any excuse to drink is a good reason to drink. But I just wanted to use this video as a little reflection over the last year, point out some of the slightly significant stats, and talk about going forward. So the first video I uploaded was my first video on booktube, or whatever I titled it, I can't remember exactly, and that was on July 26th of 2024. Now I actually had a couple videos, I think 3 or 4 videos on my channel prior to that. They've been removed. They don't really fit booktube anymore, and they aren't a good reflection of what I want this channel to be presented as anymore. My first video on the channel was actually uploaded in June of 2023, back when I had really long hair. So none of you would have even seen that one. I think it only has a handful of views, and those are probably just my friends, honestly. But my inspiration to actually post on booktube was Kevin Toll Reads. I've talked about that in the past. I still watch his videos to this day, just not as frequently as I once did. I can't keep up on videos like I used to be able to. I have a lot going on these days, and I'll get into that a little bit more in a bit as well. Over the last year, I've posted 90 videos, which is actually funny because that is right on par with how many books I've read as well in the last year. I've read 90 books. Once I hit my 100 books, I'm planning on posting my top 10 favorites of those 100 books that I've read over the last year or so. So that'll probably be in a couple months at the rate that I'm reading. But I thought that was interesting nonetheless, of 90 videos and 90 books read. The books being read actually were slightly before that time. It was actually really since like May of 24, because that's when I really got back into reading, but nonetheless. I have gained 303 subscribers as of today. That number fluctuates. Sometimes it dips a little lower, sometimes it goes up, it just depends. The general trend has been upwards, which is a good thing, I guess. But it does sometimes dip down. I'll lose a couple subscribers here and there every once in a while. No big deal. Sorry, I also have SmackDown. I'm recording this the day before, and I have SmackDown on my left, and Cody Rhodes just came out, so I was kind of glancing over as well. Across all of my videos, I have accumulated 15.4 thousand views. That's way more than I ever would have expected. That is a lot of views for somebody like me who's not really all that interesting. And with those views came 908.9 watch hours, there's a lot of metrics that YouTube Studio keeps track of, and I just thought that those were kind of the most interesting metrics over the last 365 days. My top 5 videos on my channel actually are not book reviews. They're vaguely even book related, with my number 1 being about my thoughts on how previous generations have acted and how we should learn from that going forward. That's also probably my most controversial video on my channel. But in number 6th place in terms of my top views is actually This Inevitable Ruin by Matt Dinniman, the 7th book of the Dungeon Crawler Carl series. So that's really cool that one of my favorite series of all time is up there, at least in the top 10. But yeah, those are the biggest stats. But I also feel like doing something like this, a reflection of the previous year, is a good chance to kind of look back and see how much has really changed for, in this case, myself, and the different growth opportunities I've had. That's what I'll call them. Just the way that life changes on a dime. When I started this channel, I had a girlfriend of 10 years, 2 dogs. I was living in a house in Georgia. I didn't expect anything to be different. I think I'd only posted 2 or 3 videos, and her and I broke up. A handful of videos later, I'm moving back to Idaho. I'm currently there, living in my parents' house again. Actually, I'm expecting to be out of here within the next, 5-ish months, which is good. I've just been paying off bills and things like that. And with that, I actually have a second job as well now. So I'll now be working between 60 to 70 hours a week, just to really boost as much income as I can while I'm staying with my parents. I may as well get the most out of it. If I'm already 27 and feeling like a lowlife living in my parents' house again, I may as well benefit as much as I can from it. A big reason I'm making this is because I know that when I hit that 2-year mark, it'll be fun to look back at this video and see how much has changed since this video and how much has really changed since that first video I posted on booktube. It's a nice check-in opportunity and a nice moment. But yeah, like I said, I now have 2 jobs, so my reading has slowed down significantly, unfortunately. I've already been on kind of a downward decline on my reading hours, just with having a lot going on with friends and honestly just kind of being in a rut, just mentally, and not feeling all that great emotionally and things like that. So sometimes it's hard for me to stick to something when I'm not feeling great. I think that's the case with everybody. But I've just been going through that in the last couple months, and so it's been a little hard to get around to reading. And this isn't like a call for sympathy or anything like that. Anything I post on my channel is never something like that. I'm just kind of over-explaining myself, maybe in certain situations, and maybe oversharing a little too much, but that's kind of par for the course with me. But I have been trying to average about 4-ish books a month. I used to be able to read like 10 books a month and be fine, and I just haven't been able to stay on top of that number, which is also why I've been struggling watching some booktubers and keeping up on everybody's content. I follow a lot of booktubers now, and they all have great content, and it's just hard to keep up on what everybody's up to. I try to check in as much as I can. I try to comment as much as I can. I like their videos. It's hard to always be present on top of trying to do your own thing, if you know what I mean. But I'm going to try to keep the videos coming as much as I can. Every time I read a book, I post a review on it. At the end of every month, I try to do a little reading wrap-up of what I read in the month. I like to do little miscellaneous videos here and there, like my week with no YouTube videos and things like that. I enjoy doing those, and I'll have that upcoming top 10 of my favorite books out of the 100 that I've read. That'll be a lot of fun to do as well, trying to get a little list together. But yeah, to the 303 of you that are subscribed, I really do appreciate it. It means a lot to me. I have a lot of fun interacting with you guys in the comments and hearing your feedback on videos, sometimes critical, definitely critical on certain videos. And honestly, this last year has been a lot of fun. Being on booktube has helped me immensely in terms of just having something to constantly look forward to, something to constantly do. And it's probably honestly helped me keep reading because I feel a sort of obligation to upload videos. Not that that's a bad thing. It's a good thing for me to have some sort of obligation, but it's helped me keep reading, and it's helped me keep interacting with random people on the internet. Some of y'all I would like to get to know more. I've seen some newer faces recently, which is a lot of fun, and it's really cool. So overall, I would just like to say a huge thank you for allowing me to be part of the community for the last year, and we'll see how the future goes and what's in store for us going forward. So anyways, I appreciate y'all for watching. Hope you guys grabbed a drink of some sort. I should have mentioned that at the beginning, but I doubt anybody would have. But let me take a sip. As always, I appreciate y'all for sticking around, and thanks.